and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. So guys, when you guys tune in on the YouTube channel and you getting all that vibing out, we in the studio, we pre-gaming it most of the time. I shoot live on Instagram,
Definitely.
TikTok, or Facebook. But welcome.
We're back. It's Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. with my girl Phoenix in the studio with Rip Radio Network. I miss you guys so much. When I say I miss you guys, I do miss you, but then I be missing Phoenix too.
Yes, I miss you too.
Yes.
Always.
So a lot of the time, y'all don't know, the only time we really love on each other, well, I ain't gonna say love on each other, but I'm saying we see each other, we keep our space so that when we get in the studio, we can let it all out.
Yep.
That's the point I'm trying to make. So
Yeah.
we never know what we're gonna talk about. But how was your week? It's been a couple of weeks because we wasn't in the studio last week.
Yep.
So how has it been, honey?
It's been good, working hard as always, but also I'm actually going through a flare up right now, you guys. My hands are like swollen and hurting, but I'm here. Y'all can never tell unless I tell y'all. Y'all know my energy is always up, know. So yeah, definitely. But I'm happy to see your face.
Yes. I mean, loving it. I'm just sending positive, good energy.
Thank you.
Your way.
Thank you.
For me, what I've been doing since I have not been in the studio, I've just been doing a little loving on me, a little self-working, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of times when we get through things, we think we through things. Yeah. Meaning, like, oh, I made it through it. Oh, I will never do that again or whatever. And then a lot of times, the same thing you think you got through, it looks different.
It looks different.
You know, coming back up. So I just feel like in a couple of weeks since we haven't seen each other, I've really just been doing just a lot of self-reflecting and really choosing to be in certain moments with me and being kind to myself. Truly being kind to myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I definitely believe in that. You know, same vice versa here, always working on self. I had posted on my Instagram, I posted this picture of me, and I was just saying, you know, I am important. It's me.
You are.
You know, I love myself. The person that loves me is me. I love me more. You know, and I have to tell myself that all the time. I love me more. You know, because with me loving me more, it gives me so much confidence and it gives me so much strength on top of what I'm already going through. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, so if you don't know, like, really, this season is really about loving, self-healing, woman empowerment, knowing that it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay. And I feel like, you know, a lot of times as women, we talk so nicely to other people. But when it's time to talk to ourselves, we aren't so kind to ourselves.
We not. We
So
always put ourselves behind and always put somebody else in front. It's time for us to put ourselves in front, just like in the driver's seat.
Validate yourself, love on yourself, and just know that it's okay.
Absolutely.
You okay being okay. All right. Anything that I should know about that I don't know about? Because you know you like to spring stuff on me. Can you hand me one of those cup holders?
No, not really. But I did want to give. I did want to say this though. You know, if you guys do in the social media world or listen to music, Migos did lose one, Take Off. So shout out to his family. If you guys know Migos, it's Offset, Quavo, and Take Off. Take Off, there was an incident, and Take Off had lost his life during that time. He was 28 years old. He didn't even have nothing to do with that situation. Well, so what I've read, you know, that he was just somebody that was there with his uncle Quavo, Take Off, and also Offset. They are family. So yeah, so shout out to that family.
Yeah, I definitely love a shout out. I'm more so just, you know, just love that way. I want to say, you know, it was another young brother that got killed. He was 14 years old.
The football player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before, you know, my daughter, you know, she's around that age bracket. So she called me before it even was something. You know, it was just like, Mom, my friend. You know, so you just never know how entwined, you know, people are. But just sending love that way and just sending love to our community. And if you guys don't see anything, you should see that a lot of us are speaking up and a lot of us are wanting to come together, you know, for the bigger picture. You know, it's just really, you know, I'm gonna say, I'm scared to say, but we matter. All lives matter.
All lives
you know what I'm
matter,
saying?
yeah.
So I just feel like we need to matter to us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of what I see and where I'm from, we bring on that violence onto ourselves. We hurting each other. We can't fight it out. We can't talk it out normally, so that, you know, most of the time the men can get home to their family and the people they love. So I just feel like to know better, we got to do better. Really used to talk a lot about gun violence on this show. It started to wear and tear on me to the point where it was just really affecting me, and I didn't really know how to do more. Like, I want to do more. I want to bring, you know, I know so many moms that's lost their sons and sometimes their daughters, but in a way of just like bringing us together where we can talk about it, where we can embrace our community. I got to a point where I didn't want to highlight it as much because I felt like we not doing better. No. And I was just feeling like week after week, I'm posting GoFundMes, I'm posting certain things, and it was just taking such a toll on me that behind the scenes, I wanted to do more. So I did do more. You know, if you guys don't know, I'm a licensed life insurance agent. I was tired of people that look like me not being aware, not being able to leave legacies for their families. You know, can you please post this GoFundMe? We don't have, you know, on the average it's probably $20,000 to $30,000 to like really get you away, you know, securely, you know. And I'm just saying, knowing what I know on this end, $75,000 policy at 40, healthy, whatever, can probably look like 50 to 60 to $70, you know, and then if you add on a kids rider, it can probably look maybe $20 more. So I'm just saying, like $80 to $90 for, you know, you to be secure and maybe leave something behind for your kids. This cannot be a conversation that we are afraid to have. You know, we need to have these conversations, because a lot of people, that is how they are leaving their legacy for their families. So
it's a fear in some families. They don't want to have that conversation.
Exactly. So I am in your inboxes. You know, you have seen messages. That is not, I have not been hacked. Okay, I'm in your inboxes because I want you guys to, you know, have that conversation, you know, with me and my team, you know, or anybody. It's options out here. But, you know, I am with a company that, you know, pays out, that is legit, that I feel like I can stand on. And with anything that I've been on with this show, or anything that I try to put me behind, I want to stand 10 toes down with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, I'm really all about what we can do to kind of leave legacies for our family, and we shouldn't have to carry certain burdens. You know, we should be able to, you know, plan it out. Like, let's not be afraid. That's the one thing that's guaranteed, that we will cross over. You know what I'm saying? I will use it loosely. We will croak. You know, I don't feel like we die. I feel like we multiply. We go back to energy. So whatever your beliefs is guaranteed in any religion. So it's just like, it's just time for us to talk about it, speak about it, and let's leave some legacies for our families so they don't have to worry about that. We can plan it all out. Let's do that too.
Absolutely.
And that was just on my heart today. Period. You know. So.
Y'all heard her. Y'all already heard Buzy Boogie. Yeah.
I had to just, you know, talk about it.
It's a conversation that need to be had.
I was literally
in our homes. Yeah, well, not some, in all homes.
About 2 months ago, I did a whole workshop. I did all of that, and let's just say, you know, 2 months later, you know, a person is ICU, you know, whatever, but was just right there, took advantage of it.
Right.
And if anything happened, your family is taken care of.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? $200,000, and I think in that case it was probably was paying, I want to say around $50.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, for that policy.
Okay.
And then you get into like investments, you get into other things, like things that we don't talk about, but things that other cultures are set up when their kids in college, they or even born.
Absolutely.
They are already starting. You know, legacy plans for them, and the money is already going there. And I just feel like I'm going to have these tough conversations, because the more I learn, the more I just want to put out there. I don't know everything, but I got great mentors that got my back. And I'm just saying, I'm not afraid to just talk about it. You know, I'm not afraid to say, look, I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm going to put you in front of somebody that do, you know, and they teaching me, and everything I learned, I'm giving back.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm at with it.
I do want to say real quick that don't wait until you get a job that's going to give you life insurance, or you saying that, oh, I could, this job was not giving me 401k, or whatever the case may be. Don't wait until you get a job that's going to give you life insurance in order for you to get life insurance.
But
and I'm gonna start with the young ones too, because I'm starting with myself. Got to take accountability, because if I would have taken advantage over that when I first started work, well, I'm gonna go back. And absolutely, that we don't wait until you older to know what life insurance
and that
is.
Was the same way I was, you know, at them ages, we invincible, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a lot of the times where it starts with parents, you know, too. Because I don't expect my daughter at 12 years old to be, you know, to feel like, you know, about insurance and life insurance. but it's for me, and then eventually to pass that over to her. She not starting from zero, or maybe if I want to use it for college, or it's so many things that we can do that we aren't being taught. With invisible money. You see it. I'm saying invisible money, and I'm using that term, but again, get on one of my calls and let's go. But I'm just saying, it's not invisible, but it's money that people are using. They starting their businesses. They getting their houses in the business names. They know how to finesse the coin. So I'm just saying, for anything, it's just worth sitting down. 30 minutes of your life is not going to kill anything. It's not. And I just feel like I'm so passionate about it. I'm loving it. And I'm sitting in front of you open and honest. I don't know everything. But guess what? We're going to get in front of people that can just pull into that part.
I love it. I love it.
So, going into the day, y'all, my heart has been, really heavy on domestic violence. So domestic violence was last month. And normally I don't really, talk about certain things. It's been a long time where people always talk about domestic violence. But this season is about women empowerment, women healing. And I just feel like it's a time to just really talk about it. And if anybody knows anything, Phoenix, I only try to talk about things that I know about. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to talk about anything that I don't know about. I don't want to be misleading, but I want to be able to speak, because I feel like the greatest teachers are the people that been there and done that. I got my mind back. What song is that? I've been there, I've done that. No looking back. No. But no, I'm just saying. No. All jokes aside, I've been on the internet. And I don't know if you guys know of Miss LaTruth and Mr. LaTruth. And normally I would send pictures. I got all these pictures in my phone. I would send them to the studio. I would be like, put it up. But I will say this topic is really, it hits home for me. And I feel like being on the other end, I seen when she was speaking out, she was so powerful. She was just like, yes, he done this to me. And the kids and everybody was, backing her. And it's not backing her, but they was telling their truth. And it's just like, I fast forward to now that they are back together. And for me, I feel like I can see a broken woman, and she's just in the background. She in all his videos, the narcissist that he is. And I'm not saying it she's saying this. I'm sure she probably saying this, but I'm saying woman to woman, no judgment here, none of that good stuff. But I'm just saying, you could recognize that behavior, but a lot of times it's what's missing in us as a particular self. And like I said, is I wanted to use that situation, but it's not taking away from anything that I know personally. So I feel like I wanted to put that out there in a sense, because I never, in this way, you don't want to kick a woman while they down. Even when they don't know they down, they down.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That is the problem within circles. Okay. When you go to a friend that you can tell, you can open up to, or you can, when you need that person, and that person you may get some that are there, because I have some that I can call and I can talk to and I can just spill it all out without no judgment. Where versus you do got some friends to be like, oh, you stupid girl, if that was me. And no, you would not know until you are actually in my shoes.
But some people, let me tell you, I've been really following this story. We had a guest, so this wasn't even supposed to be the topic today. But I was really following this story in the sense of people are speaking out against, oh, she could do better, she should do better, oh, she was just over here, blah, blah, blah. once a person has you mentally, the rest is like to be determined.
Yeah.
And meaning that if you are lucky, now I've seen, now that I've sit on the other side of things, I definitely was like a deer in headlights, you know. I feel like me just admitting that. So guys, I'm on this truth serum and I'm figuring it all out. I speak in December in Chicago. And so I've been just doing a lot of self-healing. And then even doing self-healing, I've been watching a lot of our shows back. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I know what I'm saying, but nobody else really knows what I'm saying. Like I find myself cutting myself off a lot or speaking in the windows, you know. But I really want to be as transparent as I can, because if you can just have one freaking person, you know, people look up to you. Like shout out to, you know, Mrs. LaTruth, you know what I'm saying? Like we look up to her in a way of she has that social media presence, but to know what she's living behind closed doors, it's just, you know, I'm hugging you like from all the way over here. So not even to try to highlight that situation to like bring anything over here, because I can just talk about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we can talk about ourselves.
Yep.
But it's just more so like it's been in the media. It's something that we talk about. And I'm just like, just to see that I was her. Like, I see her. Like, I see you. Like, I'm quiet. I'm just like in the corner. I can't find my words. So I'm just shutting up. I'm just sitting over there. I'm like, girl, I want to shake her. But I will tell you this. It's going to all make sense to her. Like, she's chosen. And, you know, I just send just healing over there, you know, because even the kids, everything. But a lot of times we get caught up into the fake world, you know, social media world, however you want to put it.
Absolutely.
But the only thing that matters is them kids. You know what I'm saying? So meaning that, you know, knowing that you affecting your kids the way you affecting your kids, it's like you don't want to do that.
I definitely do agree. I also want to say this, domestic violence is not all about physical touch.
It's
okay,
mental too.
Mental, verbal abuse all goes together. A lot of the times you have women or men that stays in a relationship for the sake of the kids. They say, I don't want to leave him because my kids, is because of the kids. We have kids together. Well, let me explain something to you. We're going to start from self, as we always do. In order for us to give advice, we have to go through it. So
The greatest teachers.
Here I am again. Okay. Whereas though I stayed in a relationship and even got married. Okay. Not saying that was not domestic violence, as far as, well, it was physical, you know, but it was more of verbal, and it mostly came from my end, because I was so fed up with things that when, you know, you annoyed, you're tired, you like agitated, it hit different. Okay.
It hit different when you get to that point.
Absolutely. And you at a breaking point, everything you do is like, oh, shut up. Oh, no. Everything is an argument. That is not healthy for self, and that is not healthy for your kids. Yeah. If you are able to get out of the situation, get out of the situation.
I mean, what I will say is that it took for somebody like me to acknowledge the fact that I was even being abused, or acknowledge that I was even, oh no, not me. I feel like it's just like anything, like a drug habit, anything, but it was just like, oh no, not me. You know, this not happening to me. But I feel like the moment that when you in abusive relationships, you exclude it. Like, you can have all those things, whatever those things look like to you, but you are really alone. You know what I'm saying?
So I feel like, and I don't mean to cut you off, do you feel like you are alone because did you share with anybody?
I will say that the people that knew, or the person that was really close to me that kind of knew what was going on, instead of like the help, even though probably looked like help to that person, for me, it traumatized me, because it went to social media. It went to like all of that. All while I was trying to find myself.
Right.
And I think at that time I was very much not myself. And I get it. But I was very much not close to a lot of people either. Okay. So I feel like I've learned a lot. I respect people where they at. But I feel like I made it through. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, yeah, you want to have somebody that you can talk to, but a lot of times people project on you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like, if they fight us in their stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you might not be the fight in yours. You know what I'm saying? But, they can look down on you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I didn't have many people. Okay. But the persons that was around, you know what I'm saying, I want to say had my back the best way they could. Okay. But I'm not here nor there with that. I just feel like it was me. I needed to get the message. So I feel like if God needed to trigger that or do this over there, it was just like the moment that I was like, I didn't even know I was working on it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know you working on it because that's how God works. So he prepared me for the moment. That was the moment that I was like, you know what? I'm enough. I'm more than enough. I've always been enough. And when I first started to talk kind of myself, I ain't believe everything I was saying. But it was just like I really started to believe that I always been enough. I was more than enough. And, a lot men, what they don't admit is how broken they are.
They are. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like their mama trauma. You know what I'm saying? The mamas, all you gotta do is step back and take a look. You know what I'm saying? We all have those things that we need to heal from. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, I'm fortunate to have scars. And I don't look like what I've been through. People might be like, oh, that's a dimple, that's a this, that's a that. But I'm grateful for everything that I've been through because it truly brought everything full circle, that it tapped into me more so. I wanted to connect. I wanted to meditate. I wanted to know, if it's a devil, I know it's a God. Like, if we can believe in Illuminati, if we can believe in all of these other things, why can't we believe that there is a God? Absolutely. Like, and even if you use God loosely, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we believe? Absolutely. So it's just like more so like I'm just to a point where I'm tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, and I'm loving that I can listen to that voice in my head. Absolutely. And whatever that voice is, like if it don't feel right, it ain't right. I don't gotta go to Phoenix for confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That I can really trust myself. I can really talk to God, my higher self, whatever. You know what I'm saying? To like really get to where I need to get to. So absolutely. I'm just like, yeah.
I love it. I also want to say this though. I've always said that love is dangerous. Okay. I've always said, I use those words because love can be heaven, but also love can be hell. Okay? Now, reason why I use that term is because in the beginning, it's always sweet music whispered in your ears. It's always the cuffing season in the wintertime, depending on when y'all met. It's always, sweet in the beginning because you guys are just knowing each other, or whatever the case may be. Once you guys move in with each other, you get to learn the person, really. Okay, so here comes the hell. Maybe not all the time the situation, but when we are in love, we tend to just accept these things from the other person, or we just accept what is given or what we are going through to just be like, it'll get better. It'll get better. And we keep accepting instead of accepting what we are actually going through and accepting that we are better.
I'm going to say this to you, Phoenix, because a lot of times we are taught to
be patient.
To be patient, but look outside ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. And meaning that, okay, you so nice, you this, that, and you done showed us every red flag, you done showed us everything
absolutely
that we needed to see, but we literally taught that, oh no, everybody. We almost taught everybody's good, okay? Mm-hmm. We taught these false narratives of people being, good, and everybody is just not good. And it's not that they don't want to be. It's like they only being who they taught to be.
Absolutely.
Until you literally do the self-work, the self-love, until you do it, but you're not. I used to think you could do this without getting lessons.
Oh yeah, no.
You gotta get certain lessons to feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I need to work on this, or I need to do that. I mean, you couldn't tell me coming up I wasn't perfect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Meaning I was a good person. I had a good heart. I took care of everybody that was around me. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to finesse that one to take care of that. I was like Peter and Paul and everything else. And I'm just saying that to say that, you know what I'm saying? The people that I loved on and that I took care of, that I know what I was doing, that I love more, than anything, was the same people that couldn't see my love.
Absolutely.
And they couldn't see it because they wasn't there yet. What I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if I could have just loved myself, I wouldn't even felt like the abuse of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like coming into it, on the age that I'm coming into, I forgive everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I just want peace, love, and kindness for real. But it's just, it do come a time where
it's overwhelming, and it get a time where you just be like, peace, and you out. And it's not just in a relationship. Any relationship, friendship, family, everything. It's heavy, and for real, it's always it's the closest ones.
It's always
it's the closest ones.
It's always the closest ones. I really, I'm grateful. Like, I didn't even understand when I was going through certain things, but to know the woman that I sit in. I sit right here, even in front of this camera, or just know how I sit today. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't rebut. I don't try to talk back. Like, it's so much stuff out there. Like, I don't have to. Like, I'm not doing it, and it come from people that you shouldn't have expected to come from. But at the end of the day, I hear it all. I know it all. You know what I'm saying? But I choose kindness. I choose love. I choose me. And choosing me is peace.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just feel like the right people going to see who they need to see.
Oh, absolutely. And nothing never stays in the dark. They will reveal themselves. At the end of the day, they going to need you before you need them. It always works like that. I was always taught that. No matter how, I always be like, why am I always doing this for somebody every time? But when I get in a situation, nobody's never there.
I had to stop reflecting like that.
And I had to stop thinking like that. Because I'm like, that's making my head hurt. every single time you go through something, you always, if somebody needs me in the best way I can be there, I'm going to be there. But then when I need the person, they're never
How
there.
can you show up for you? I mean, how could you show up for them when it's really important to show up for you?
For myself. And that's what I had to do. Put self first. If I couldn't do it, I can't do that for you today. I'm busy, or I got something to do. I can't be like, well, let me see what I can do, and always cram it up and try to do this and do that for that person. And by the time it come down to me, I can't do for self. So no, I had to put self first. It has to be self first. I had to look at things differently. When you grow up, now I'm a grown up. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
There's a million kids at Toys R Us that
I miss Toys R Us, by the way. But yeah. But no, seriously, like being an adult, it ain't easy, I had to tell my daughter, she was like, I can't wait till I turn 21.
Oh, you can wait.
I'm like, you can wait.
You ain't my baby.
You can wait. You can definitely wait. If I could go back, okay, I will go back into the self that was saving, the self that was, the self that paid attention and really, I pay attention now, but just a person, if I can go back and fix things, I'll do it right. Not saying I'm perfect. I just
feel like it's no right. I feel like for anything, for me to have smaller kids, I'm an 80s baby, okay? But to have a smaller child, it just reminds me how much my imagination was everything. Like, I could just, I believed in so many great things. And I feel like that is what I'm fortunate to get at this point in my life. Is just believing again, that, I'm here. I show up for this podcast, whether they got 1 follower or 1,000 followers, whether they got 500 views or 2 views. It's just, I'm really learning how to, this releases me. Like, this is fun to me. And I'm going to just keep showing up, because it's only take one thing before the universe, before God be like, this is it. And then everybody be acting like they know you. They ain't see your story. They don't know your struggle. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that is what kids do for me, or, just put me back in that time where I believe that I could do anything. I could be anything. I could be great. So I just feel like if anything else, let your baby be your baby. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch how powerful my 3-year-old is. You know what I'm saying? To a point, she walked in the room, and I just shout out to my family and everything we going through. But she knew, she felt it, and she said what she said, and I wasn't sure of what she said. And I'll share that later as time come, because what I want to share affects just more than me. Okay. But she just knew, and I was just like, say it again, and I asked her to say it again. But it's just like, really, for me, it's important to just, be a kid again. Absolutely. Dream again. Okay?
I'm still dreaming now. I talk everything I speak it out into existence. Okay. I speak on my yacht. Okay. Yeah. I speak on wealth. I speak on growth. I speak on all, because I am a big believer. Okay. Some people may say, oh, girl, you always talking, you won't get this. Yes, I'm going to get it. I am going to get it. I will get there. No matter what you put your mind to, you will get there, as long as you put your mind to it and you do the work.
Yeah, you got to do the work.
And you do the work.
Got to do the work. Guys, we are going to take a quick break here in the studio, and then we'll be right back.
See ya.
If you on Facebook, guys, just shout out to being on Facebook. I'm taking a quick break here in the studio. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a second.
Yeah.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being
beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out, latest news, advertisement, what we bark about, charity, celebrity, what we talk about, therapy, prosperity, what we talk about, I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets, we winning on you Bammers, baby, best believe it, we losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps, can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back, put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin', hate to see funerals, but love to give money, shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC, be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out, latest news, advertisement, what we bark about, charity, celebrity, what we talk about, therapy, prosperity, what we talk about, I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets, we winning on you Bammers, baby, best believe it, we losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps, can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back, put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin', hate to see funerals, but love to give money, shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC, be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Hey, we are back here in the studio, guys. And me and Phoenix, we have been on just a lot of talk. Self-love, self-preservation.
Yep.
You know what it looks like. Today, my heart was really heavy. So I did a lot of talk about Miss LaTruth and Mrs. LaTruth and Mr. LaTruth. And if you haven't been following that story, it's just domestic. It's been a lot of that. And I feel like anything on the Busy Will Be show I do not speak about if I have not somewhat experienced it in some shape or form. The mental and physical abuse is just heavy for me and just like really a lot. So I talked about that on the first part of the show. So, if you are not following the Busy Will Be YouTube channel, please go subscribe.
Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Go subscribe, guys. And we are just here. This season is all about women empowerment, self-love, self-healing. Guys, I see one of my mentors online today, so I have to mention everything that I'm doing outside of podcasting, and that is enlightening the community on leaving a legacy for your family, whether you're investing, whether you are making sure you are protected where you cannot send me Busy. Please post this GoFundMe. I mean, all of this stuff has become very important to me over the years. So if you following me, you know how important it is. I have been in your DMs. You have been getting at me. I'm going to get back to you. We need to do this because it's just really, really important. I mean, I can't take no more, GoFundMe's, candlelight visuals, when it's just $50 to $60 to $70, you can be covered. Sometimes your kids too, and just things of that nature. And what I don't know, guess what? I got great mentors. Okay. So we gonna talk soon. You guys keep the DMs coming and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. I do wanna we did shout outs in the beginning, but
did we? Who I shout out?
I shouted out. I just shout out. Will give to the Migos and families.
Okay, yeah.
But I do want to shout out our guests. We were supposed to have a guest today, Miss Mango Crystal, who do sculpting. But I'm a shout out to her and her family, sending love and prayers to them. We will reschedule for her to come out another time, but right now she's with family, so shout out to her.
Okay. We definitely gonna have that show. Just like sculpting, woman healing, just some of the things, and it goes back to everything that I've been talking about today. Because last month was Domestic Violence Month. We didn't really talk about it on the Busy with B show before a very long time. I was not even open and willing to talk about my own story, and what that looks like. And it does not always have to be physical. You know, it could be a mental thing too.
I love it for you because I feel like, when I come on this show, when I do my own show, when I'm anywhere and I can just be open about me, and I feel so great because it's like I'm educating somebody else on, especially my health. I feel like that's a relief. It makes me feel great to just be like, oh, I got this off my chest, and I can teach somebody something that they didn't know. I just, I know with what I went through in my last relationship, I've never experienced the other end of how it felt when, just settling when you see all the red flags like what we talked about, and you just sitting there and you just like, what? With me, I'm like, well, I had a divorce already. I don't want to keep going from relationship, and with me coming from an African home and I had a big wedding, and I was just like, what? I don't want to disappoint my parents. I don't want to do this. And I just accepted it because I felt like it was going to be a change. Well, the change had to start in me.
The change, I can remember, going to my therapy sessions, guys. Like, mental health is everything. And so a lot of times,
it's okay to see a therapist,
And I'm telling you, a lot of times people will say, I would rather a person hit me than, mentally, what I'm saying, get that stronghold, right? And the reason why I'm saying that loosely, I'm saying that in a way of, being in a better place in life now, right? Meaning that I took accountability. I knew that it was things that I was missing. I reprogrammed my mind. Everything that I thought was healthy. If he hit me, girl, he like me. You don't know no better, girl. You done grew up in a home where your mom and your dad, they fought all the time, but then they making love all night. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff is really, really, really true. You know what I'm saying? And, you mimic the behavior. And I'm just saying, when you are fortunate enough to get the lessons that you need to kind of, bounce back or awakening whatever you need to awake, or whatever the word is that we use out there. It's just I'm grateful that I can sit in a place and that I can really sit and a place of like, oh my God, I really do love myself. But like loving myself does not just look like, you know, staying away from toxic things, but really preparing my family. Like I love my family enough for them not to carry the burden.
Yeah.
Like if something happened to me, like when we say we love people, right? Do we love people? Like come on, you just left. I mean, you been like in most cases from where I'm from, Southeast, born and raised DMV, one of the toughest neighborhoods. Okay, but I'm just saying, you see a lot of people that go to the streets because they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? But they say they love their family, but you leave your mom with no backup plan, with no, you know, no way to really bury you, you know, or your sisters or whoever is around to do that.
Or
you know what I'm
raised
saying?
you.
Or raised you. So it's just like really loving yourself really looks different for everybody. It's not just about looking good in the streets, and then when you purge, all that stuff you look good in, it's just like you don't have nothing to kind of put yourself away.
And also look into if it is a relationship, man, woman, man, whatever the case may be nowadays. What I will say is that look into their background. When I say background, who raised them, the respect that they had for their grandmother, their mother, their sister, whomever, father, whoever raised them.
Girl, that could look different too. Because I swear, you couldn't tell me a mama's boy wasn't in the horizon. Sometimes the mama boys be the ones that they be the worst. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like, you really, I feel like what you saying and then what I'm saying, like you saying, like pay attention to the physical, pay attention to what you can see. But I think one of the things that I learned and my greatest lesson is like what I feel. And I think like,
that is very important because they could present anything in front of you.
That's what I'm saying. But like your feeling, like you could push your way through a feeling, even when you dealing with domestic and you dealing with certain things. You've seen it, but you like, oh no, it'll get better. Like you believe in potential or whatever. And then it don't. They already showed you how they treat their loved ones. They already showed you how they treat certain people. Oh no, it's just me. I'm just, you know, by myself type of thing. But at the end of the day, they be who they are.
And also, when they they say, well, this person did this to me, us women get scarred by that because we say, well, this man treated me like this, or even men, oh, she broke my heart. So then now in the next relationship they bring it over. I think that's vice versa too.
I feel like we don't push anything, we push coaching. When I say coaching, I'm saying therapists, you know, whatever it is, mental health is real.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
And we need to look more into that, especially after the pandemic. It has gotten.
It really has. So I'm just saying, really look into that and really finding someone solid that you can talk to if it's not your therapist. I feel like I got so reliant on my therapist, y'all, that I was just like, I done tapped out from humankind, okay? So it's just like really finding you that good girlfriend that you can have, or that good person that you can have to like listen to you, not always validate you, but just really be there.
A listening ear. Absolutely.
Guys, hey, so we are in the season of giving. So while we are in the season of giving, okay, we got to have a Friendsgiving here on the Buzy with B show. So we're going to have food. We're going to have all that good stuff. We're going to have fun. We got a Friendsgiving show coming up. Okay. Your girl Buzy. I'm speaking in Chicago in December. My first woman empowerment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that flyer will be on the next show, guys. But I'm just so excited. Along with my guests, I want to just shout out Shamika. She has been helping me dig freaking deep. Okay, just being real with myself. But anyway, I'm just always excited to be joined here with my girl Phoenix.
Oh yeah, always. It's always love. It's always.
And so I'm just excited. We're gonna be here next week. We never know what we're gonna talk about until we talk about it. You know, her and I, we talk about it here on the show live right in front of y'all. And I just think that's what's everything.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Get busy with your girl B in Phoenix. See you soon. Peace.
Getting busy with B. Getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful. It's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby. That's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B.